Tutti quante. Ciao Italia. Aspetta, fangu. I
Are we dubbing over ourselves now?
picked up a few phrases when we were in Italy. Pretty much an expert now.
Okay, let's begin. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Feeding the Ducks, the podcast that gives you little breadcrumbs of entertainment. I forgot my computer. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Feeding the Ducks, the podcast giving you little breadcrumbs of entertainment on a weekly basis. I am one of your hosts, the spicy Italian meatball Kyle.
And I am Giuseppe. That's Italian for Joe.
Good for you. And it's a couple little updates. At least I thought we did.
We got updates? I know we got a little merchandise, little merch.
That was it. That was
little
the
merch.
other one.
Yeah, I'm rocking the merch. New t-shirt right here. You can get this t-shirt for $300. If we sign it, $200. Takes a little off it.
So,
but yeah, no, you made the t-shirt. Very nice. I like it. I'm wearing it. Got the duck on it. Duck in the middle. So
yeah. And speaking of duck in the middle, we actually have a newcomer today.
In addition to the team. Ah!
There we go.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that later. That guy's not staying long when he does that. There's room for two ducks, you know.
This one looks better. What?
Now I'm mad.
Okay, well, right here we have.
He doesn't even have a name.
Oh, I don't have a name.
He doesn't even have a name. Maybe you should have prepared for it before you knocked Duck in the Middle out of the way.
Pope. No, he's not a pope.
Duck and Idiot.
No,
that's what I think of him now.
All my knowledge of Italy and Rome is just gone.
All right, maybe we'll throw it out to the viewers. They can name the duck.
Name the Roman duck. But right here we have a duck, and he's in a little gladiatorial outfit. So I don't know if it's gladiator.
He's a Trojan duck.
Nope, not Troy. Troy was Greece, I think.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No, but we just have recently come back from
the motherland.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I think that's Ireland.
Is it?
Yeah.
We just throwing shit out. We came back from Italy.
Yes.
In case you're wondering what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a 10-day trip to Rome, Lecce, and Monopoly.
Yeah. Backpacking, of course. We walked in between all those places.
Yeah, I'm backpacking. Yeah, that's right.
No, we took a car because we're lazy, but also taking a car in Italy is a feat out of its own.
Well, the whole trip was an experience. It was not what I thought it was going to be, but what I discovered is that being 100% Italian, there is a huge difference between Brooklyn Italian, and Italy Italian.
Well, also according to you before the trip, I hope you learned that there's a big difference between France and Italy.
Yes, it's true. I did think a lot of the things that are apparently in France are not in Italy.
Yes.
Like the Mona Lisa,
the Louvre.
The Louvre. I was looking for the Louvre. Yes, it was not there. But so a little bit of a surprise for me. But yeah, it was a whole different experience. Being out there, it was not. I'm not Italian. That's what I found out. Nobody is saying manigat. Nobody is saying gabagol. Nobody is saying any of these words. They don't speak like that.
Yeah.
So it was a little strange when I kept throwing G's on words that don't have G's and they didn't understand me. So yeah, I learned a lesson. I am not that Italian. I am an American.
You are a disgrace. Yes.
USA.
Yeah, so it was interesting to say the least, not what I expected.
What was the biggest surprise to you that you did not?
The biggest surprise is basically everything there is just Little Italy except Italy. Rome was Italian New York.
Oh, very city like. Rome was very
Just
yes. Well, it's a city.
all city.
Cities are like that. They're like cities.
Yeah, but like I expected more like open plazas and
Yeah,
stuff like that. It was just
nothing.
it literally just looked like slightly older New York.
My own the roads there. The every street there is an alleyway. Every street looks like where Bruce Wayne's parents were killed.
Yeah.
That's what it was to me. Walking down these alleys, and they drive down these alleys.
Yeah.
They have all these little smart cars and Vespas.
Everyone
because
there is
cars can't
driving
fit.
a box.
Yes, because it's alleyways. You have to fit down an alleyway. There's no Guido from Brooklyn driving a 1978 Lincoln Continental down the streets. They ain't fitting.
No.
I was very shocked that everywhere we went were these little alleys to drive down.
Yeah.
And I drove that. We had kind of an SUV, kind of a little bigger than they were driving.
Yeah.
And I had to drive because none of you people had the stones.
I didn't have
to
I
drive.
didn't have a license to drive.
Yes, they now have an international license.
For you.
But yeah, that was the biggest issue. Maneuvering down those things. No stop signs. People walking down these alleyways have to get up against the wall to avoid being
Our
hit by a
guy,
car.
our taxi driver or whatever, literally stopped right in front of our hotel.
which was like basically stopping in an
Yeah,
alleyway.
exactly.
Let us out. So yeah, that surprised me. And how old I know Rome's an old city, I get it, but they haven't updated it in 2,000 years in the least bit. There's nothing. Put a gap there. Put something. Give me a hot topic. That place is just
My problem
old.
was it wasn't old enough. Most of Rome
wasn't old enough.
Most of Rome was just storefronts and just the main street, not the alleyways, but they were all the main streets. Like I said, was literally just New York City, where it looks like it's just constantly being renovated with the scaffolding everywhere. It's just, I feel like I didn't leave the country.
Well, thank God they're fixing things because it's 2,000 years old. They got to fix shit. Fix your shit on this one. Rome was a little old for me. I didn't mind seeing. We went to the Colosseum. Great. I could have probably went my whole life without seeing the Colosseum. I haven't seen Graceland yet. That's more of a tragedy to me. But yeah, no, I haven't seen Graceland. I'm very upset about that, and I will get there one day. Before I die, I'm going to Graceland, and will be better than seeing. I get the Colosseum. There's some history there, but we saw a bunch of abandoned buildings. That's what we saw. We could have went to the Bronx and saw this. That's what I saw on this trip. A lot of old abandoned buildings. That's my takeaway from Rome, at least.
Yeah, it was weird because, well, I enjoyed the Coliseum. I thought it was fun. Well, first off, let me just say, we went right after we recorded the jury duty episode.
Correct.
And so I had a broken toe.
Oh, that's right. You broke your toe literally 2 days before we went on this walking vacation. Good move.
But you didn't hear a complaint from me. I did it.
I heard nothing but complaints from you the entire trip. Those first 2 days, you were a whiner. Those first 2 days.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt different, but also the same. At least Rome. It felt like, hey, we're in Italy. Turns out Italy doesn't look much different from New York City.
So you're harping on it's a city. It's just
that,
a
but
metropolitan area.
At the same time, it felt like a theme park.
A theme park?
When we were there, especially like near the Coliseum and stuff, I felt like I was at Universal.
Really? Well, the way it was set up, like you were walking through a Harry Potter
kind of
thing, when they built up the city. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay. But no rides. There was no rides in the Coliseum.
No.
Not one ride.
No. A lot of death. But
that was the Vatican too. The Vatican.
Yes, we went to the Vatican a couple days later.
We went to the Vatican. We took a huge 3-hour tour. First of all, they give us a VIP breakfast. Why don't you tell them about that VIP breakfast the Pope served us?
Well, the Pope didn't serve us anything. Because
there was a guy in a white robe. Wasn't that the Pope? No.
Well, first off, the Vatican and St. Peter's are not the same thing. Apparently, the Vatican is just this entire museum full of a bunch of naked dudes. Well, and there were also some statues there, which was very weird. But a lot of art that was collected by popes. not even close to where the Pope guy is.
It's an art museum, the
Yeah.
Vatican. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just a museum of a lot of paintings. The big one being the Sistine Chapel,
Yes.
which I was actually uninformed about.
What's
my head, and having years and years of schooling, I should know this. I thought the Sistine Chapel was that picture of God and Adam doing that little too sweet thing, like that. Oh, that DT thing. Oh, I think that was the too sweet. I thought it was mostly that, and then a bunch of stuff around it. I didn't realize that was just one little picture in a bunch of them. There's like sections. Whole. Yeah, it was too cluttered for me. It was too cluttered. It's just a lot of stuff. He threw a lot. The
guy could paint wangs. He had to show off how good he was at painting the human wang.
There was a lot of wang. Well, they covered all the wangs.
He didn't.
He didn't. He just painted away. Painted away. Michelangelo.
Some guy later down the line in history is like, I don't like all this.
Too many wangs.
Too many wangs. And he hired another guy to paint over.
Imagine getting that job. Hey, any penis you see, you just paint right over that thing. That's your job. How much am I getting paid for this? That was his job. He literally put that black sensor thing over everybody's wang. That's the whole. That was that guy's job. Take that, Michelangelo.
Yeah,
your masterpiece. But yeah, that surprised. I thought it was just more a spacious thing with stuff around them, and being the center of attention.
It's like it's like a comic book section. It was like the first comic book.
Exactly, it was like a comic book, except it didn't say wham and pow and stuff. That was the only thing. That was it. It looked like pages of a comic book. Yeah. It's like Marvel did the Sistine Chapel. Yeah, no, I did not. It was a little cluttered for you. Can't take it all in. You can't just take it all in.
It's far, like it's very high up. And they herd you, like when you're actually there in the Sistine Chapel, they herd you into the center, and they tell you to shut your mouths.
I don't understand. Why couldn't we talk?
Apparently, it's a sacred place.
Okay, you can't talk in a sacred place?
But then if it was a sacred place, I don't know why they're charging people to walk in and out of it.
That's how sacred it is. Yeah. Give me $200 and shut up while you do it. Yeah. That confused me. He was pushing people in, saying, and they were nasty, and then say, oh, please be quiet.
Yeah. And you can't take pictures of it.
You can't take pictures of it.
Yeah, no.
You cannot. I didn't know that. What does that do?
You didn't hear them say it 16 times over?
I stopped. At that point, it was 3 hours into the tour. I wasn't listening to anybody.
Fair enough.
I get it. A lot of people are dead. I get it.
Yeah.
But what the pictures, apparently, what is the reason that it ruins
place or whatever? Oh, but then flash photography might screw it up. Yeah.
But in every other room, people were taking pictures.
Those aren't as important.
Fuck that guy. Yeah. That guy worked just as hard as Michelangelo. You know,
he cares about his painting? The same people, roughly. So Raphael, he did the stuff that wasn't the ceiling. He did like slightly below that in the Sistine Chapel. Get up there that high. Yeah. But he did some of the paintings in the other rooms, but that shit don't matter.
Nobody cares about it.
Yeah, no.
It's why he was so bitter. He's the most bitter of the turtles. That's why.
And then we went to, after the Vatican and the Colosseum, which were the same day.
Well, you didn't say the breakfast.
Oh,
that annoyed the hell out of me.
We'll get there in a second because I want to talk about this because we went to St. Peter's Basilica and there were even more naked dudes. This time for real.
Oh yeah, we
were by some unearthly miracle, the day we went to see St. Peter's Basilica, the actual church where the Pope does his thing and tells everybody about the inclement weather.
Pope's home field.
Yeah.
That's a big inside joke there.
The same day, a activist walked into the basilica.
Wait. What are you gonna do?
Derobed.
Holy crap!
And just let it all hang loose.
That's right.
On the main altar of the thing, the main altar with the columns that the Pope holds the service, just wang.
What annoyed me is that that was my plan, and he beat me to it. So he ruined that on me. But yeah, apparently nudity is a big thing because this guy got in there. We just missed it.
We just missed him.
Maybe by like an hour or so.
We read about this like a day later.
Yeah,
it was the same day by like an hour because we were there for a decent amount of time to not miss it.
Well, I can imagine
And-
the what do they tell the Pope? Pope, you might want to use the altar today. We're cleaning it. There's a lot of butt prints and some.
They had to like bless it or something. They had to clean it
I'd
off.
bless the hell out of it with pledge and stuff. That's what I would bless it with. What a Lysol! Holy crap! Excuse me, Your Holiness. But there are some testicles were dragged across the altar today. You might want to wait a few minutes before you speak. It was just missed that. And what was his point? What was the guy's point that he got naked for it?
Something about saving Ukraine or something.
Saving Ukraine by getting naked and getting on the altar?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like this person was in particular might have been a little out of the age range, but that's another thing.
Age range of what?
Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate.
Oh, I get what you're going there. We're going to leave that one alone.
So with this guy,
you're just saying all the priests around there were chasing. Hey, we got a naked one. Is that what you're saying? Look, they're coming to us now. You sick bastard. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say anything. I made a slight implication. You're the one who went into detail. But my problem with this guy, and the schmucks who vandalized the Trevi Fountain just a couple a week before
right before we got there. Yes.
What are they doing?
They're vandalizing.
This guy, the Trevi Fountain, and the soup people.
Who's the soup people?
Months ago, they threw soup on a painting.
Yeah, I know what the promenade is.
What are you doing to help the environment by doing that? I'll wait for a response.
I hope you're not waiting for me. I don't know what. Well, I guess getting rid of clothes, you're taking away the unnatural fibers.
No, you still bought the clothes. They exist now.
He didn't walk in naked.
No,
there's something you don't see every day.
that the people who put ink or whatever in the Trevi Fountain, and the people who threw soup on a painting of flowers. Good job. Nothing's different.
So you're saying that's not an effective form of protesting?
I just don't understand it. It's people desperate for attention and justifying their causes by saying they're doing something right.
I like the people who glue themselves to the wall. I like those people. That's good. They should just leave them there. Just leave them there and let people do what they want to unless they pass by. Modern art. Just hang them on the wall.
Anyway, back to the
was
wait,
no, before that was interesting. I'm sorry we missed the naked. Did he have one of the Pope's hat on? That'd be cool if he came in just dressed like that.
But so what is everyone around them like? How does that situation go? Like, what do the people like? Do they start ushering people out to get rid of this guy, or do they just say everyone else go about your day? We'll take care of this.
I've never been encountered in a situation like that with a naked guy running around. I guess if you're taking him into custody, you just got to watch where you grab and stuff when you're putting him in cuffs and stuff. Other than that, I don't know what you do with a naked guy.
Guess.
I would be what was the security like there? I know they were big on what's funny is that if a woman came in there and had like her shoulders exposed, they made him put on a sweater or stuff. But yet this guy gets to go in there and it all hanging out. I think it's obviously a very sexist place.
Yeah. I mean, they had those two guys, the two guards out front.
Weren't they like 80?
But they were off to the side. They weren't even close to the main entrance.
Well, this guy walked right by him butt naked.
He didn't give a damn.
All right. Well, good for him. Good for him. Support the cause.
So the best part of the trip, we wound up missing.
We missed the best part of the trip. Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right. Missed opportunity. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities.
Now, backtracking back to the breakfast,
which annoyed me the most, was we were promised a VIP.
Is that what
breakfast?
That's what said VIP?
It said VIP. Yes,
all right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very important Pope or something like that. Well, it wasn't for any VIP I know, because they threw on the table. There were three of us at the table. Yes. They threw on one plate of eggs, a couple of like a ham.
Prosciutto, yes.
Prosciutto.
I don't know.
Prosciutto.
I'm gonna get
no gabagol at all.
No gabagol. They got some eggs, prosciutto, formaggio.
A couple of those, the like hot dogs. They look like
there
kibasi, which is the wrong place.
And hot dogs. There were two different kinds.
I don't understand the hot dog part.
And
what about the lame ass pancake section? The pancakes were cold.
The pancakes were cold?
The pancakes were cold.
I thought everything else was cold. The pancakes I had no problem.
Everything was cold. It was not a VIP breakfast.
Well, you might have had an issue with it, but the wildlife did not.
Yes.
Because as we were eating our tour group, a seagull dive bombed a woman and stole a piece of ham.
Right out of her hand, right? Was it in her hand or right off the table?
Oh, I don't know.
It was a nice swoop and get and grab.
Yeah, it got him, and the pigeons joined in too. They were all pecking at it together, and that was probably the most interesting part of that tour.
that was cool.
You can only see so many naked statues before you get bored, but a bird stealing ham.
Hey, that was good. That was good. That should ended the day, started there. But yeah, they enjoyed it more than I did.
Yeah,
that was the best part of it. Yep.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that were the only eggs I had on that trip because you cannot get any breakfast in Italy.
Well, also
there's no Denny's. You're not sitting down and getting
McDonald's,
a Grand Slam.
You could have got an egg McMuffin.
McDonald's was the only place that you might be. There was no eggs, no pancake house, nothing like that. Everything is spaghetti. Everything is pasta.
But then again,
lunch, dinner, breakfast, snack. Hey, you want a snack? Here's some spaghetti.
To play devil's advocate, for Italy side.
Italy side.
Well, that's what Italians do. They switch sides all the time.
Viva la Italia.
So, we didn't get up enough times to justify getting breakfast. The days we got up early were the days we had stuff to do.
I'm sorry, but you can have breakfast at 10 o'clock in the morning. We weren't up that late. We could have got out at 10 o'clock and had some friggin' eggs, a pancake, a waffle. No waffles. Not a waffle in the town. Oh, no, there were waffle cones for the gelato, which is what they call ice cream out there, which actually was very good.
But they're not.
No waffle, no breakfast. There was no place to get breakfast.
Yeah,
we went to that one place and they crossed out the entire menu.
Oh, yeah.
And we walked out.
They didn't have pancakes. Yeah.
They didn't have anything. The whole menu was crossed out. Wine. You can have wine for breakfast.
Oh, you could have wine in a lot of places.
That was that was my only problem. You couldn't have breakfast. You had pasta and you ate pasta every meal.
I had no problem with it.
Not a problem. The food was very good. I got no problem with their food. They know what they're doing. Their pizza, very good.
Yes.
Their pasta, their seafood, all food. They don't have one bad meal.
Especially down by the coast, yeah.
Yes.
The seafood was very good.
Food, as was everything people said it was. I got no problem with that. I have a problem that I can't get a couple of scrambled eggs and some bacon. Did I have any bacon? I don't think I had bacon on the whole trip. I had no bacon.
You had some of my bacon.
I go on vacation. I'm eating bacon because I don't eat bacon much and I love bacon. So vacation, so I have bacon. No bacon. I did have some in my carbonara. Again, it's all about food.
Well, that's where we haven't even left Rome at this point. We're still telling.
Oh, we got the train out of Rome, right? We took the train out of Rome?
Yeah. My God, the train. The fucking train.
Well, the train ride wasn't bad.
No, I was looking forward to the train. I forgot we're the stupid schmucks.
It's not everybody else. It's always us.
Yes.
Ugly Americans. That's what we are. Ugly Americans.
So we met my sister, who was there for a school thing.
How long was she there?
There's 12 extras, so like 22 days in total.
22 days, and she told us.
Oh yeah, she made sure to tell us that.
17, 18.
So she was there for like 12 days before we got there, and then we picked her up, and then we left Rome by train to go to Lecce. When you're there for 3 weeks in total, you pack a lot of shit.
Yes. It's 4 people. She's there an extra 12 days. That's a lot of big, heavy bags you're carrying around there.
I mean, we were there for 10 days. I brought like 20 pairs of underwear just in case I shit myself every day.
Oddly enough, I brought no pair of underwear. So it evens out.
But so we're there for a while. So we've got these huge suitcases, but this is not a huge suitcase type train.
No, this is
at least not for many people with huge suitcases.
This is the F train basically you're taking.
Yeah,
it's like the F train. It's not a commuter. Well, it's not a traveling train as far as. Hey, you're on vacation. Put all your shit here on this thing.
So we're at the end. We're at the very end of the track. So we got some walking to go. There's people ahead of us. Whatever. We get on. We're one of the last people to get into our car. And so on the 2 ends of the car, there's little areas to put bags. They're gone. They're filled. We don't get a chance.
And you know what? Looking at we wouldn't have fit it in there anyway. There wasn't a lot of space.
No, not at all.
So this wasn't for us. We should have planned better.
Yes.
But go on.
And there's also overhead thing.
Which again, not fit
not
for the
even a
stuff we
chance.
had.
Keep it. These things are like this wide and probably like this tall.
They were big bags.
And so they're not going in the back of the train.
Nope.
They're not going overhead.
Nope.
They're not fitting under the little table in our where our seats are.
One did.
One did. We still had two others.
Two big ones. Yeah, three. We had three big. Well, we got a couple of stuff up,
Yes.
a couple of things up there. But we had three big bags
Big
that weren't fitting
big
anywhere.
rolling
bags. Yes. Big
Four
rolling
wheels. So the only other place to put them is the aisle.
Where would that be? Oh, the aisle.
Yeah.
Yes, the aisle.
Fine, whatever. No big deal. I'll hold one. You'll hold the other. The people directly across from us had the same exact issue. So now the aisle's blocked off completely.
Yeah, you ain't getting down there.
Nobody's getting past. And we're in the middle of the car. So before the train even starts moving, we know this is an issue, but some very nice Italian.
Was she down?
I don't know. I kind of clocked British, but
I don't know.
I'm not good at
but
accents.
she wasn't
She
happy.
spoke English.
She wasn't happy.
She decides to come up and let us know it's a bad idea. Something along the lines of, quote, you guys can't keep this here. What if I need to get past? What do you expect me to do? Jump over it?
She said, well, what if I have to go to the bathroom? Well, too bad. Looks like you have to piss yourself, lady.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, what I said to her was, we're open to solutions. If you have a solution, I would be glad to put these bags wherever you think. There's no solutions, lady. I'm sorry. Wet yourself. It's not my problem at this point. There's nothing I could do.
There was literally nothing we could do.
No, there was nothing we could do.
And,
and nobody came to help us. Nobody from the train said,
there
well, there's a
wasn't.
spot here. It was like, leave him.
Some
So we
guy
left him.
came to collect the tickets. He didn't say shit.
He didn't say a word. He didn't even notice him.
I guess not. But so fine, whatever. Hold it. Fine. People push past. Whatever.
So we got one under the table. So that's out of the way. That's fine. And there's two. You're holding one in the aisle. I'm holding the other one in the aisle. So now we're blocking. The guy next to us found the spot for his. He threw it on an empty chair, beat us to it.
Ours was too big for even that.
Yeah, it was a pain, but now we got the two and we're blocking basically 3/4 of the aisle.
Fine, no big deal. People can squeeze past 3/4. You know what can't squeeze past? A drink cart. A drink cart that came by every.
But wait. How many times could a drink cart possibly calm down on a trip? How many?
8 times every 2 hours.
Apparently, yes. Because this guy went back and forth all trip long. And what did we have to do when he came back?
We had to literally lift the luggage onto our seats and hold it while he passed. And people, and then everyone else was giving me shit when I decided I'll just scooch over to the little armrest, sit there for the rest of the trip, and sit the bag where I should be sitting.
In fairness to us, at this point, we were a little aggravated about the situation, and someone spilled their Monster drink all over the table, causing a bigger problem and annoying us. Again, we won't get killed. I was going to set up something big.
Oh,
for that.
go ahead.
Forget it.
Go ahead.
It was me. Okay. I did it. I spilled it. Ruined I had no energy the rest of the day. I lost my Monster drink. But now that it was in some
Probably
orange
did you
flavor.
a favor.
Yeah. Now the table smells, the whole area smells like orange or whatever the hell that drink was.
It was orange.
We got the two things. Everybody's mad at each other. Nobody's talking. This Italian lady's pissed off because she can't pee. And we're stuck there for 5 hours of this. And this cart guy happily coming down the thing, waiting for us to pick up these 50-pound bags every 5 minutes.
Handing us our little pineapple juice boxes.
What do we get?
Pineapple juice box.
Pineapple juice?
Yeah.
Yeah, the food wasn't good. That was the only place where I'll complain about the food was the train.
See, and the problem was I was looking forward to the train ride.
The train
Because I was looking forward to taking a train that wasn't the subway where there's actual piss in the corner.
Come on, how many times you've taken the subway in your life?
Well,
3 times?
A couple times in New York, and we took one in Italy. We took one in Rome to get from the Vatican to the Colosseum.
Yes.
Which apparently they're not all like within the same area.
Colosseum wasn't right next to the Vatican.
We took a train
to each.
We took 2 trains to get to the Colosseum.
All I know is that everywhere we went there was a 10-minute walk.
Yes.
Where's this restaurant? It's 10 minutes away. It's 10 minutes away. All we did was 10-minute walks.
Yes.
Seemed like a lot longer than that, but they were all 10-minute walks.
Everywhere,
I guess Italy time is different.
I guess everywhere we had to go wound up being a 10-minute walk somehow.
On cobblestone. Holy cow, pave your streets. It's 2023. Get some tar and put it down on your streets. We get it. Jesus walked around here or something.
All right. So now we're in
No,
Lecce. We
Jesus
survived.
wouldn't be in Rome.
We survived a 5-hour train ride.
Yes, which was a nice ride once we got our shit together.
Yes. Now we're in Lecce.
Lecce.
And there was no.
Oh my God, we're not even halfway done with the show.
Oh yeah. We can fly through Lecce because we didn't.
Lecce was not a success.
No.
Listen, again, the food was good. Area not so nice. Our Airbnb, I didn't love. Of the 3 places we stayed, it was not the best.
The worst one.
I believe there was a dead body in the room, or I think they had the outline of the body.
That was one
floor.
of us. The only silver lining of the Lecce Airbnb was it had Netflix.
I believe we watched an episode of Feeding the Ducks.
Yes.
Yeah. View. Put down a view for
international viewers.
That's right. We got a view from Italy.
And so they don't clear the YouTube search. So like that should be on the top of the YouTube search history. The next person. So
I'm sure they're going to watch. I'm sure they're going to watch. I hope they see this episode.
Hi.
Yeah, bastards.
Yeah.
But that was the biggest problem I had in Lecce, and we'll fly through that because it wasn't the greatest. But we got to get to the boat ride. But we had a car. Now we have a car, and we come back from night for going out, and we need to park the car. Unfortunately, there's a festival going around in our area. It's a weekend. I think it was a weekend.
No, festival was Monopoly.
Oh, okay. But the streets were, that's right. But the streets were
pretty,
it was a weekend.
Nightlife.
It was a weekend. Yeah, it was a nightlife. So we're coming back, and there's no place to park. There's no parking lot. This isn't a Holiday Inn. There's no
parking
lot.
So once again, our hotel is in the middle of an alleyway.
Yeah.
So there's no parking near there.
No.
And the guy who owns it's like, yeah, there's this one little street. You could park anywhere. There's like, what, a blue stripe or whatever it was?
Yeah, but there was no spots. There was no parking. So your mother texts him as we're driving around trying to find spots, saying, where do we park? And his response?
I can't help you right now. I'm at dinner, which I believe is Italian for fuck you.
I believe it is. So we found a parking lot about 10 minutes away.
10 minutes
away. Walk away. And the entire time we were there was the only problem we had with the language barrier.
Yes.
Because we called in Allie because she was there 22 days. And said, talk to him. You must have picked up something. Allie picked up nothing. She said, what did she say? Are you open 24 hours? Her thing was, that was 24 hours.
24
hours. And the blank expression we got from Giorgio, or whatever his name was.
Communication was awful. But the problem was, at some point he just brought us over to the English guy.
Well, why didn't he bring him out first?
Why didn't he do that?
We spent 10 minutes with Giorgio, who had no idea what we were talking about, because Allie's saying we're going around the world for a day, and 24 hours. Who cares? We were coming back at 9 in the morning. I'm sure he was open at 9 in the morning.
I don't know. That one was.
So that was the only.
I wasn't even with you when you went to get it. I don't know how that went.
Oh, it was fine getting it.
Okay.
I think there was an English guy there, but that was the only barrier we had. Most people spoke English, or at least understood what we were saying.
Yeah.
This was a problem.
Yeah.
He gave us some token. We know what. I'm surprised we got the car.
Yeah.
But we did, and then is that it for Lecce?
I think so. That was the quickest one. That was
and then
2
it was
days.
on to Monopoly, Baltic Avenue. Don't collect $200. That whole shit.
Yeah, we didn't really spend time in Lecce or Monopoly. We just went to surrounding towns, but that's where we stayed overnight. We went to, I believe it was pronounced Otranto.
Toronto, yes.
Otranto,
yes.
Which was like the easternmost part of Italy. Very nice. We went there for the day, ate whatever, and took a boat tour.
The boat was fun. What was the problem with the boat? I didn't see any problems with the boat. You have any problem with the boat?
Not the boat, no.
Oh, no. Okay,
so we took a boat tour.
Oh, there's something? There's more?
We took a boat tour, went around a little bit, and we stopped. There were 2 places to stop and chill, swim in the ocean. And so we were on the boat with a couple other people, like 6 other people, maybe.
Yeah.
A couple of old, 70s, maybe people. But there's 2 young people, couple 30s, maybe.
They might have 40s,
the Italian 30s. And so this one particular guy gets onto the boat. He's wearing, I think, a soccer jersey.
Yeah.
He was dressed head to toe in green, shorts and a t-shirt. He gets on the boat clothed. He was the first one on. He goes to the front of the boat. By the time the rest of us come back, get on the boat, he comes back out in a Versace Speedo.
Banana hammock, I believe, is the Italian term. Yes, he got. I mean, this was a Superman change. This guy went on, woof, came back out in it. Very proud of himself.
Stayed like that the
Could have been the
entire.
Vatican guy for all we
I
know.
know.
But his belly was hanging over it. He had the big belly, and he was like, "Let's do this. We are ready to go." And he was
proud.
He was proud. He was proud, and yeah, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed himself on that thing.
Yeah. Other than that, great boat ride.
Yeah, but what confused me was that there was 6 other people in one group. They didn't go in the water. They just sat out of the thing.
Yeah.
Versace guy went in the water. I went in the water, and you guys didn't go in the water. It was me and Versace guy splashing around in the water together because you guys wouldn't join me.
It was cold. If the boat was maybe earlier in the day, because this was like 5:00, maybe, but I didn't want to get wet.
But we didn't. This is us again. We brought no towels.
Yeah.
So I got in the back of the thing, freezing to death.
Yeah, good job.
With no towels. Did they give us a towel? I think he gave us a towel.
They put a Spider-Man towel down though.
To sit on. Yeah, no towel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was once again, I was the only one with the stones to do something. With the sack
Good
to do something.
Oh, you weren't the only one with the sack. I'll tell you that.
I should have brought a Speedo.
Oh,
when in
God,
Rome.
no.
Or when in Lecce.
God, no, please.
Yeah, he took full advantage of it. So that was the boat trip was fun. That was fun. They gave us snacks, which again, all you have to do to make me happy.
Yes.
Put some food in near me, and I love you. And that's it, Lecce. No, that was it. Nothing big deal. A couple more churches, a couple more dead saints we saw.
And
I get it. You're very, very Catholic in Rome. I get it. So we saw that, and it's on to Monopoly now. Are we in Monopoly yet?
Yeah, last day.
Yeah. As our tour of Italy continues. I'm sure you people are loving our vacation. We should show slides. Come and see our pictures. And
I only have pictures of food.
This is us in front of a church. This is us in front of another church.
Here's Puppet Jesus.
We didn't see. You mentioned Puppet Pope.
Yeah,
Puppet Pope. That was weird. That was in St. Peter's.
Yes,
it was
and a couple other ones too. Actually,
it was a glass case, and they had like the body of a pope, but it obviously wasn't him. But it looked like a
Muppet.
It looked like a Muppet. The big Muppet hands and it seemed comical. The whole thing seemed comical. The whole Vatican was comical to me. But yeah, we're in Monopoly. Monopoly. Best part of Monopoly was we finally got we basically had an apartment.
Yes.
That was bedroom, nice shower, clean kitchen, living room. That was a very nice place. I could live there. I could be a bachelor in that place. Right there, live alone. No problems.
Good for you. Last thing though.
Yeah, what's the last thing? What?
The last major thing we did was the cooking class.
The cooking class was fun. Yes.
We took a cooking class.
Which
I use class in the loosest sense of the word. This was in some woman's backyard.
Well, that was the thing. When she booked the cooking class, I said, "Okay, we're going to go into some place that's got these big ovens and stuff, and it's going to be a classroom setting." It was not. It was some woman's little farm.
It was like we were on the Italian countryside.
Yeah, we went through these back roads to find this little lady's house, small house. The Keeblers lived there, like a Munchkins.
What the hell was it called?
It was called a trolley, a trolley.
Truly.
Oh, I was close. Yeah, but it's a small, old, 2,000 years old. Yeah. Her bedroom. She took us into her bedroom. It literally was enough to fit possibly a bed, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it was.
There were two, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Say a good 20 of us in the class, maybe.
How many times did I hit my head on the little?
I have no idea.
Like 3 times.
But there were like 20 of us in the class, and she's like, "Here's my bedroom."
Yeah, she took everybody into her little bedroom that could not fit 20 people.
Probably from here, me to you.
It's got all these strangers in a bedroom. I'm sure it's not the first time. Oh.
But anyway, we took a cooking class with this woman and I guess her grandmother.
I don't know, the one who was yelling at me the whole time in Italian. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know how to make pasta. The only reason to yell at me or whatever she was saying, probably call me a stupid American.
Yeah, so only the instructor spoke somewhat English.
She spoke okay. Yeah, we
Yeah.
understood her, and she was fun. It was.
There were
it
a
was
couple
fun.
words, but like for the most part, she understood us. The grandmother or her mother or
No.
whatever, not a lick.
Not a word. And she knew, and she just came over to me as I was rolling this pasta, yelling at me,
Yeah.
and all the only word I understood was stupido.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
And you probably almost got us kicked out.
I almost got us
because
kicked out.
you went to the lady at some point and you're like, so now do you guys call it gravy or sauce? And she didn't have a clue what the hell gravy was.
This is where I get the Brooklyn Italian from the Italian. She kept saying sauce, sauce, sauce. So I said, what do you consider? It's a big debate. What do you consider the difference between gravy and sauce? And she said, what? She literally looked up what the word gravy meant. She never heard the word.
Yeah. You stupid American.
Yeah, stupid American. Apparently she had no idea. So this is why I say I'm not Italian.
Thank God you did not bring up the raisins and meatballs. She would have shot us on sight.
I was about to tell her a family recipe of putting raisins in meatballs.
Keep it in the family, please.
She would have threw us out once I mentioned that. Oh my God. But it was good. It was good. I almost knocked her tree down on the way out.
I was about to say that.
That was our money-making tree too. all the recipe came from that tree, and I knocked it down.
So on the way out so we parked in between like these two trees.
The tree wasn't there when I pulled in. It grew. It grew when we were there that long. The tree.
Yeah.
Grew.
Okay. And so this one, the only one with the stones to drive, as you say, backed into her tree and almost knocked it over.
Yeah, that was me. That was my fault.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't there, and I don't understand. She was yelling in Italian.
You know what? That's probably the small dent in the car where we got the small dent in the car.
On the other side of the car. That's how we get. Okay. Yeah, that was the guy, the bomb sniffing dog, when we brought the damn car back.
Yeah. Shit! I don't have it on me.
What?
I wanted to bring up the pen. So
tell them why.
Yeah. So on the last day, we go to the airport.
We're done at this point. Yeah. We're there 10 days, and we're just okay.
We've seen everything Italy has to offer.
We've walked.
Although, like stupid schmucks, we threw coins in the fountain, so now we're obligated to return.
Yeah, I think that's. I missed. I threw it over the cloud.
Yeah.
But now we've been there 10 days. We want to go home. Allie, your sister. 22 days. She's done. She's done. She will swim back if she has to. So we get the car. We're a little just tired, and
so we bring it back to the rental place, and this guy performs the most thorough inspection I've ever seen of a car.
Literally, he brought out the bomb sniffing dogs to check this car. It was unbelievable. He went around it, and he went around it again, and he's writing stuff. And we're waiting to get our plane because we want out of there. And this guy was pulled out the seats. He was checking under the seats looking for cocaine or something. It was unbelievable.
And then he stops. It's like, also language barrier here. Barely spoke English. So this made it even more fun. He's like, dent. Yeah, it was. And I said, Harvey. But no. So I have a picture of this. Thank God. He found this on the car. I'll. You know what? I'll bring it in front of us. I will put it as big as I could possibly make it. Do you see anything?
Look again.
He found this dent.
So, needless to say, me and your mother are a little pissed off. We're on the edge anyway. So your mother says, what if I don't sign it? And it confused him. He was like, you have to sign it. So I start flipping out, and I'm like, this is a BS.
It's a joke.
This is F and BS in any language, is what I believe I said. No matter what language, this is BS. And your mother wrote down in protest, we didn't do this on the contract. And then signed
something like didn't have dent or something.
She wrote, we didn't do this. We didn't do this, and it wasn't needed. It wasn't neat enough. So then Allie came in and wrote the same thing in neater handwriting. So now the guy doesn't seem to care. He leaves the paper and the pen in the car and walks away.
Yeah. And so discreetly, I walk over and I just pocket the pen because fuck him.
Take that.
What's the statute of limitations?
Let's say it this way. You allegedly took the pen.
This is what I saw somebody do. I will not testify in court.
Yes, an unnamed one. What if we should have done what this person did to take the pen?
And so now I have an authentic Italian pen, or I would have had an authentic Italian pen.
You should have saw the look on his face when he came back. He just took out another one. Yeah. But we got him.
Yeah.
We got him. That's
and
what
then,
we do.
To wrap up this trip, we had to make a 2-stop flight. We went from Puglia to Munich.
Germany.
The
motherland.
Nope. Once again.
Not again.
Still Ireland.
Somebody check what the motherland is.
Still Ireland.
I don't think it is. Check that before we go. Before we leave these good folks, someone's got to know what the motherland is.
One's native country. Shit.
So there you go. It's the mother. It's everybody's mother.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Anyway, we went to Munich, and then we had an hour to get on our next plane back to the States.
Oh, so we thought.
There were issues at the start of the day that delayed our plane to Munich. So we're boned.
We're what?
We're boned.
Boned?
Boned.
So like
the plane doesn't. It's only like 2 hours or whatever, but the plane doesn't take off until like 30 minutes later than it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And we land like.
Well, I think we had 4 minutes. Or was it past the time? It was close.
We landed like at the time our boarding was to stop.
Yes, boarding.
And then there was like 30 minutes before it took off.
Yeah.
Other people, their plane was supposed to take off at 3:30.
Yeah.
And we had a flight at 4. So there were a couple connecting flights, and so we all get up because we got to make this plane. We want out of here.
Well,
the girl, Allie.
Well,
before the plane even lands, she's off
because she's been there
for 22 days. So she's ahead of us trying to get off the plane.
She knocked that poor old lady down.
Yeah. And so they give us people. They give us.
Well, the problem we landed. We're passing gates as we're landing.
Yeah, we're not near the airport at all. We're on the runway still.
So now they're dropping us off on the tarmac.
Yeah.
There's no gate. Now what?
So they real quick. They give us little trolley cart guys.
We're getting off the plane. We look like the Beatles getting off the plane onto the tarmac.
All right. They shove us onto a plane. Anybody going to this flight, go here. Anyone going to that flight, go there. So they take us where the flight. Where the flight is backing out at the moment at this point. And so we're like, okay, we hopefully make it. And so this guy is taking us to the plane, and then he stops. Nowhere near a plane, nowhere near where we're supposed to be. He takes us through these back halls of the airport.
Underneath the belly of it.
Single guy in a tube for customs.
He was shocked to see people. I don't think he's seen people in 3 years. It's like, holy shit. And he wanted to talk to us. Meanwhile, our plane engines are starting. They're warming it up. You got the windshield wipers on and ready to go.
So fine. We get through customs. We get back in the van, go to the gate. Once again, we're at the ground level of the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And the gates are that way. And so we go up these flights. They check us in, check our bags or whatever. And then they leave us. They don't tell us where to go next.
No. We're wandering around an empty airport. There was nobody around.
Yeah, there was nobody. Yeah.
No.
They just said, all right, you're good to go. Where?
And we're in Germany. We don't speak that language either.
Yeah. There was like, there were staircases and elevators and different gates. And there
were a couple people who worked who didn't say a word to us. They just saw us running around like idiots. And then you found it, or Allie found it?
I don't even know.
I think Allie found it because she was like a bloodhound trying to find her way home.
All right, so they held the plane for us, and we got home. Oddly enough, we weren't delayed by Canada being on fire.
Oh, that's right. Canada was on fire that day. Yes,
we got all out of Germany and in States in time.
Back home.
No delay because of the smoke.
Nope. Back home to where I can say Monagot and where I can say Ragot. So I was good. Back in America, where I'm staying.
All right.
I'm never leaving the country again. I'm going to Graceland on my next vacation.
We didn't even mention the most important part. While we were in Rome, we saw a store.
You didn't mention him?
I mentioned him. I didn't mention why he's here.
Why is he here?
When we were in Rome, we passed a store that was just wall to wall of rubber ducks.
A ton of ducks. It was ducking
Aptly
crazy.
called the Rome Duck Store.
The Rome Duck Store. Yeah, very, very creative name.
I mean,
Yeah, that's it. All they sold. They sold this, and they sold celebrity ducks. They had like the Blues Brothers and Jimi Hendrix, and then all kind of occupation ducks and Trojan ducks or whatever he is.
Yeah.
And that's what we came home with. And that was our trip to a tour of Italy.
if you're
Another success for the Pepitones. We are an absolute disgrace. Disgrace.
we are quite possibly international assholes.
Oh my God! Yes,
It's
we are.
funny because that's the name of the episode. Maybe
international ass. Not
Assholes.
not tutte quante.
No.
I wouldn't put assholes. People get upset with the cursing.
Too bad.
Fuck them, right? Well, yeah. So that was a trip. Thanks for
listening to our complaining. If you're from
We went-
Italy,
Wait a second. We went to Italy and we're complaining.
we're
Entitled,
just miserable bastards.
entitled fucks that we are.
If you
White
are from
privilege.
Italy, I severely
First world
apologize. I'm
problem.
sure it's beautiful. Just we are just a miserable
We
bunch of
apologize
pricks.
for walking out of 4 separate restaurants because we couldn't find what we wanted. We apologize for making scenes wherever we go. We're back home where everyone else makes a scene and we can watch them. And that's us. That's Italy.
If you would like to hear more ducks, you can follow us at YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at FTDcast, and any talent, artists, musicians, you name it, who would like to get the word out about their projects and stuff, you can email us at feedingtheduckspodcast@gmail.com. I'm available over on Instagram and YouTube at Kingpin Creations, King with a Y. You are?
The Joe Pep 1 on Twitter and Joe Pep 27 on the gram.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Ciao, as they say. Grazia, was that a thing? Grazia?
Gracias. Thank you.
Ah.